Okay. Though you didn't ask for it, I'm going to read you some one-sentence stories. If you think of something that's worth doing, and it's not going to get you arrested, it's probably best to just do it, because you're running out of time, like me. If you put it off, you forget about it. Okay, so I'm going to read you one-sentence stories. It's 7:26 a.m. in Vũng Tàu. Thuốc Lào was brought into Vietnam from Laos, although originated in North America, where it's no longer grown, interestingly enough. It was first mentioned in Vietnamese writing in 1660, so it's been around a while. It's mentioned in numerous poems, including folk poems. Some of them comic, as in dogs and chickens getting high from secondhand smoke. Okay, one-sentence stories. Before he breathed his last, they led him outside to look at the sun for the last and first time. Travel books fascinated him so much that he spent his entire life chained to his desk with the curtains drawn, reading them. He loves maps for their own sake, it is true. And when he shouts out while pointing at a random destination, "I want to be there," he is not expressing a desire to be anywhere particularly on this great earth, but only a wish to be a fiber, a speck at most, on an intricately folded, colorful piece of paper. After half a century, a man returned to the city of his birth to discover it practically unchanged. All the old buildings were miraculously intact, although yellowing slightly. And the entire population of half a century ago, 2,489,863 souls by exact count, was still alive, although yellowing slightly. Pipes getting a little clogged, like my brain. Two men were lifelong enemies because of a word said decades earlier, a word misheard, misinterpreted, and exceedingly trivial in any case to any objective observer. A slight inflection, some say, a thread of air escaped from between more or less closed lips, or a touch of the eyebrow, and yet the results were the horrifying death of one man and the maiming of the other. My cheap 18-cent lighter is running out of whatever it is they put in here, you know, the fuel. It's like a blockage of Strait of Hormuz affecting my dirt cheap lighter, made in Vietnam cheap lighter. Should have bought a better brand. He ignored public's fascinations with movie stars, athletes, statesmen, revolutionaries, mass murderers, and poets by writing well-researched, footnoted, and illustrated biographies of bus drivers, cashiers, beauticians, filing clerks, plumbers, and roofers. At the border between there and there, a young man who was caught with a generic secret inside one of his bodily orifices was forced to swallow a strong dose of laxative, then whisked to an insane asylum where he spent the remaining years of his productive life. Slang is crowding out real words he foolishly thinks, forgetting that every word belongs to the shadowy vocabulary of an illicit crowd, invented to reassure and flatter a speaker and confuse outsiders to what is being said. It's completely clogged up. I don't hear that gurgling sound. A natural gurgling, Rocky Mountain sound. A pretty woman confide, whenever I close my eyes, I would see his aerodynamic head, his black turf, his angle, and then suddenly the phone would ring, dispelling my vision. After his fifth gin and tonic, the scrawny, asthmatic man known as Uncle Mo divulged to an empty ashtray. Yes, I must have known more than 1,000 of them, but I've never known any of them more than twice. There, he could appraise them without the anxiety of actual contact, without stripping himself a pseudo yes to a usually no situation. I just heard a strange click, so I thought the camera had stopped recording. Anyway, it's still running. On an unseasonably cold night near the corner of Broad and Pine, one dandy say to another, "Yes, Les, life is short and we are the beneficiaries." Resigned, the single woman begins each conversation with a male stranger. We're only talking because you want to fuck me. He has traveled around the globe 1,000 times just to spill his seed on the carpeted floors of unheated hotel rooms. At 40, the bachelor decided to travel, to see the world, and among the many marvels he discovered, he was dismayed to find out that women everywhere, judging from the evidences gathered through the thin walls of hotel rooms from Brussels to Johannesburg to Riga, always vocalized their pleasure during sex. And that men, any man really, always last minutes and minutes longer than him, which explains finally why he was still a bachelor after so many years, despite the good looks and charms that had attracted countless women to him initially. The well-matched couple remained childless after 5 years of marriage and now sleep on bunk beds, him on top, her on the bottom, although they flip-flop occasionally. Suddenly, she couldn't remember her husband's birthday, her children's names, his face, whether she had ever cheated on him, whether she was even married. We all need to slow down. Slow down. Look at your food. Look at what you're doing. Look at your dishes as you wash them. It's making it sound like a dying man. He will call out for his mother any second now. He's about to die. A boy was born on the luggage carousel at Singapore's Changi Airport. Spent his infancy in the storage room of the baggage claim. Grew into a happy, healthy child prancing around the beautiful atrium of the food court, often serenaded by classical music. Had regrettably brief friendships with people of many nationalities. Had sex for the first time with a backpacker of indeterminate ethnicity behind the check-in counter of the Royal Brunei Airlines, Terminal 2. Read the biography of Lee Kuan Yew and many bestsellers. Spent much of middle age brooding in the departure lounge, then died of abdominal hernia in a Welsh scrub stall of the men's room. Convinced that war is the only authentic game, the only game worth playing, he dedicated himself to being a mercenary and proceeded to participate in the Pakistani-Indian War of 1971, where he lost a finger, the Yom Kippur War, where he lost his right foot, the Falklands War, where he lost the right side of his face, the Gulf War, where he lost the left side of his face, and the 1995 Civil War in Sierra Leone, where he lost another finger. A fake life is not redeemed by a real death, he finally realized as orange flames lick his angry eyebrows. A national icon in his youth, loveless and lampless, he languished for decades in cold, inhospitable countries, working an assortment of bullshit jobs that deeply offended his sense of personal greatness, his destiny, which he came to understand as a punishment of the people he had left behind, the wreaking of havoc on his homeland when he would return. He is a lifelong ingrate, having betrayed everyone, lovers, friends, relatives, dogs, who's ever benefited him, on principle. But he is strangely loyal to one whom he has never met, who has done nothing for him, who does not even know that he exists. To your less than delicate question, sir, I can only respond, of course I would do it all over again. Because even though I've lost my left eye and my right ear and my nose and both of my legs, I experienced something truly different, truly amazing, and have managed to escape an absolutely meaningless life that was slowly killing me back home. I can hear some singing from outside, man. It's just recorded crap. Recorded music is ruining everyone's interior monologues. Notice I say monologues and not one, because there should be several monologues in layers inside your mind if it's working properly. Okay, that's it. So I'll show you a bit more of my room, just for the hell of it. Oh wait, that's too dark. You can't see shit. Okay, goodbye. Whoever's still there, take care.